Good afternoon, dear students. Welcome to all for today's social class. In previous class, we learned meaning of finance in business and meaning of short-term finance and long-term finance and the sources of short-term and long-term finance. Is it? In today's class, we will see financial institutions. Let us see page number 142, part 2 test book. Listen. There are some financial institutions developed to provide long-term finance to corporate and industrial sector. The important among them are first one, Industrial Finance Corporation of India, means IFCI, State Finance Corporations, means SFCs, Industrial Development Bank of India, IDBI, Export and Import Bank, Exim Bank, Scheduled and Commercial Banks, 6 1, Cooperative Banks. Let us see now one by one. First one is Industrial Finance Corporation of India, we will also call as IFCI. The IFCI was set up in 1948 under the Act of Parliament to provide long-term financial assistance to industry. Listen, dear students, the IFCI means Industrial Finance Corporation of India was set up in the year 1948. Got it? For what purpose? For the purpose of providing long-term financial assistance to the industry. Assistance means support. Okay. The corporation grants loans to public limited companies and to cooperative societies. State-owned public limited companies can also borrow funds from the corporation. What are the institutions borrowed fund? Fund means money from the IFCs, public limited companies and cooperative societies, and state owned public limited companies can also borrow funds from IFCs. Got it? Second one is State Finance Corporation, SFCs. State Finance Corporation Act was passed in 1951 by the Parliament to enable the state governments to establish State Finance Corporation. Got it, dear students? The SFCs stands for State Financial Corporation is established in the year 1951. Okay. The act applies to all the state except to Jammu and Kashmir. The 1951 Act, the SSS Act, is applied to all the states except Jammu and Kashmir. The main objective of State Finance Corporation is to provide long-term finance to small and medium-scale industries in their respective states. Got it, dear students? What is the main objective or aim of State Finance Corporation? To provide long-term finance to small and medium-scale industries in their respective states except Jammu and Kashmir. Okay. Third one is Industrial Development Bank of India. IDBI stands for Industrial Development Bank of India. Let us see now. It was established in 1964 under the Industrial Development Bank Act 1964. Listen, the IDBI was established in the year 1964. Got it? It was fully owned subsidiary bank of RBI. Listen, dear students, the IDBI was a fully owned subsidiary bank of RBI. RBI stands for Reserve Bank of India till 1976. Till 1976, the IDBI was fully owned subsidiary bank of RBI. Okay. In 1976, the ownership was transferred to central government. In 1976, the ownership was transferred to central government or union government. It is now functioning as an autonomous body. Now, the IDBI functioning or working as an autonomous body. Autonomous means independent. Autonomous means what? Independent. Okay. It renders direct financial assistance of long term to the companies indirectly by purchasing shares and debentures of IFCI and SFC. It also grants loans to IFC and SFC. Got it? The IDBI grants the loans to IFCI and SFCs. SFC stands for State Financial Corporation and IFC stands for Industrial Finance Corporation of India. Got it? Let us see fourth one. Exim Bank. It is the Export and Import Bank of India. The Exim Bank is an Export and Import Bank of India. It was set up in 1982. The Exim Bank was set up in the year 1982. Got it? It is a government-owned bank and provides financial assistance to exporters and importers. Listen, dear students. The Exim Bank is an government-owned bank and the Exim Bank provides financial support or financial assistance to the exporters and importers. Got it? Or exporters? What do you mean by export? A country selling goods to another country is called as export. Import means a country buy a goods from another country is called as import. Got it? It supports for the establishment of institution for providing finance to exporters and importers. It also coordinates the working of various institutions engaged in financing export and import trade of India. Got it? The Exim Bank also coordinates the working of various institutions engaged in financing export and import trade of India. Got it? Apart from the above mentioned financial institutions, the business concerns raise long-term finance from commercial banks and credit cooperative banks. They can also raise finance through long-term public deposits, venture capital and mutual funds. Let us see now long-term public deposits. A company can accept public deposits to meet long-term financial needs. The procedure to get these deposits are simple and do not involve any formalities. A company can accept these deposits for a period not exceeding 5 years, means 60 months. Got it? 5 years means how many months? 60 months. Okay. The deposits are unsecured and 8% to 10% of interest is allowed. Got it? How many percent interest? 8% to 10% is interest in long-term public deposits. Okay. The maximum amount that can be raised under public deposit shall not exceed 25% of the paid up capital of the company. Got it? What is the maximum amount that can be raised? The maximum that amount can be raised in public deposit shall not exceed, shall not more than 25% of the paid up capital of a company. Got it? Let us see now venture capital. It is a source of fund used to finance new projects involving new technology on production which has high risk but has potential of high returns. The venture capital companies show active interest in technological aspects of the company in addition to supply of capital. Mainly the venture capital financial banks are concentrated on technological aspects. Got it? It is concentrated on only technological aspects of the company. Okay, got it? Now, what do you mean by venture capital? Venture capital means, listen, venture capital generally comes from well-off investors Got it? The venture capital generally comes from well-off investors, investment banks, and any other financial institution. Got it? Venture capital means what? Venture capital generally comes from well-off investors, example investment banks and any other financial institutions. Got it? Let us see now mutual funds. They are one of the long-term financial sources in India. They first appeared in 1964. Today, India has a large number of mutual funds set up by both public and private sector undertakings. Mutual funds is a fund sponsored by an institution to mobilize the savings of the community at large and invest them in diversified portfolio of securities. Example, Unit Trust of India, short and sweetly called as UTI, SBI, State Bank of India, Magnum Equity Fund, LIC Growth Fund. LIC stands for Life Insurance Corporation Growth Fund. UTI Market Plan. UTI stands for Unit Trust of India Market Plan. Prudential ICICI Balance Fund. ICICI stands for Industrial Credit Investment Corporation of India, and HDFC Income Fund. HDFC stands for Haven Development Financial Corporation, and Bajaj Allianz, etc. These are the examples of mutual funds. Okay, let us see now. At international level, Global Deposit Receipts (GDR), American Deposit Receipts (AMD) play an important role. Listen, dear students, at international level, the GDR and AMD are play an important role. GDR stands for Global Deposit Receipts. AMD stands for American Deposit Receipts. Let us see now capital markets. The capital market has classified into two types. First one, money market. Second one is capital market. Okay. See, first one, money market. The term money market is used in a sense to mean financial institution which deals with short-term funds in the economy. Okay. Listen. The money market is used in a sense to mean financial institution which deals with the short-term funds in the economy. Got it? The money market deals with short-term funds in the economy. Got it? Not a long-term. It is short-term. Okay. Money market arranges funds for working capital. Listen, the money market arranges the money for working capital. Got it? Rate of interest is high. In money market, the interest rate is high compared to the institutions of capital market. Compared to capital market, in money market, the rate of interest is high. Okay? The funds can be borrowed and money market for a short period, varying from a day, a week, a month, or 3 to 6 months against the different types of instruments such as trade bills, bank acceptances, bonds, treasury bills, etc. Commercial banks and indigenous bankers also play an important role in money market. Listen, dear students. The funds can be borrowed under money market for a short period. You know already. The money market lend the money for short period, not a long period. Okay. Varying from a day, a week, a month, or 3 to 6 months against these different types of instruments such as trade bills, banks acceptances, bonds, treasury bills, etc. Okay. Commercial banks and indigenous bankers also an important role in money market. Got it? Commercial banks means you know, but indigenous means money lenders. The money lenders are called as indigenous bankers. But in money market, the interest rate is high compared to capital market. Got it, dear students? The money market provide loan or financial assistance for short period, not a long period. Okay, let's see now capital market. It refers to the international arrangements for facilitating the borrowing and lending of long term funds for fixed capital. The rate of interest is low when compared to money market. The financial institution, finance corporations, investment trusts, mutual funds, etc. are the leading financial institutions in capital market. Listen, dear students, the capital market provide the financial assistance for a long period and interest rate is very low compared to money market. Got it, dear students? Don't get confused. In money market, the money market provide the financial assistance or financial loan for a short period and interest rate is high. In capital market, the capital market provides the financial assistance or financial support for a long period, but the rate of interest is low compared to money market. Got it? Okay, let us see now stock exchange. It is one of the constituents of capital market, a specialized marketplace that facilitates the exchange of securities that are already in existence is known as stock exchange or stock market. What do you mean by stock exchange? It is one of the constituents of capital market, a specialized marketplace that facilitates the exchange of securities that are already in existence is known as stock exchange and also called as stock market. Got it? The first stock exchange originated in London in 1773. Got it? Where was originated the first stock exchange market? In London in the year 1773. Got it? In India, the first stock exchange was started in Bombay in 1875. In India, where was started first stock exchange market? Bombay in the year 1875. In the world, England in the year 1773. Got it? At present, there are 24 stock exchange in our country. At present, how many stock exchanges exist in our country? 24 stock exchange markets exist in our country. Got it? Of them, 13 are public limited companies and 6 are limited companies by guarantee and others are voluntary profit making organizations. Only 8 stock exchanges are permanent and other have to renew their license every year. The stock exchanges regulates and control business in buying, selling and dealing in securities. Listen, the stock exchange markets are regulates and controls business in buying, selling and dealing in securities. Got it? They are regulated by the government. They do not engage only in the purchase and sale of securities but provide a place where members can carry out their business on their own account under courts, rules and regulations. Okay, let's see last para. The National Stock Exchange, short and sweet we call as NSE. NSE abbreviation, National Stock Exchange, was set up for the purpose of providing a nationwide stock trading facility to investors so as to bring the Indian financial market in the line with international financial market. It started its operation in the year 1993. Listen, the National Stock Exchange market was started its operation or work in the year 1993. Got it? Now it uses the electronic trading system and a computerized settlement system aimed at extending the facility of electronic trading to every corner of the country. Only the agents can operate the business in the stock exchanges. Listen, dear students, only agents can operate the business in stock exchange markets. Okay, shareholders have to open a separate account to buy and sell shares. Listen, in national stock exchange market, the shareholders has to open separate account to buy and sale of their shares. Okay, it is called demat account. That account is called as demat account. Okay, demat account provides security of the shares. The demat account provides security of the shares to shareholders. Okay, the demat account provides security of shares. Nowadays, buying and selling of shares is not possible without demat account. Without demat account, it is impossible to buy and sell shares. Okay, if you want to buy and sell a shares, we need to open demat account. Got it, dear students? Now take down homework. In first mind, question number 5th, 6th, 7th and 8th. In second mind, question number 5 and 6 is an homework for you. Got it? In first mind, question number 5, 6, 7 and 8. In second mind, 5 and 6. This is a homework for you. Write neatly in your homework book and send it in group. In case if you have any doubts in today's class, you can call at any time. I will clarify your doubts. Got it, dear students? Okay. Thank you. Thank you one and all. Have a nice day.